Welcome to another episode of Shutter Swoo, a film photography journey. Master the 7 habits of highly effective architecture photographers. Whether I'm shooting street photos near my home at Oakland, California, or when traveling, I'm always looking for interesting architecture. When I learned that I'll be traveling to San Diego with my wife, I know that in addition to exploring new places, I will be returning to the convention center at San Diego for some architectural photos. In this episode, I will cover 4 considerations for shooting architecture in order to emphasize the desired subject and story. Location, time of day, lens choice, point of view. Location. Select a location that will showcase architecture as a subject and tell a story. Time of day. Pick a good time of day for the right light to convey the desired story and mood. Lens choice. Choose the right lens to include and exclude elements. Point of view. Determine the appropriate and unique camera angle to emphasize the subject and story. In addition, in this episode, I will go over 3 main categories of architecture photography: elevation, converging line, details. Elevations. Straighten every horizontal and vertical lines. Converging lines. An effective way to add depth to the photo and lead the eyes to the subject. Details. Get close. Get even closer. Location. Select a location that will showcase architecture as a subject and tell a story. Today I'm shooting at the San Diego Convention Center. According to Wikipedia, the San Diego Convention Center is the primary convention center in San Diego, California. It is located in the Marina district of downtown San Diego near the Gaslamp Quarter at 111 West Harbor Drive. The center is managed by San Diego Convention Center Corporation, a nonprofit public benefit corporation created by the city of San Diego. Time of day. Pick a good time of day for the right light to convey the desired story and mood. Honestly, I had thought that most days in San Diego would be sunny. Not today. The sky is gray and overcast. It would have been nice if I could shoot at golden hour to get dramatic shadows and warm colors. However, I try my best even given the light situation. Today's light may be flat, but I will still try to emphasize shapes, forms, patterns, textures, and rhythm. It's common to shoot outdoor photos at the golden hours at sunrise and sunset. It's still possible to shoot architecture at really any time of the day and any weather. Lens choice. Choose the right lens to include and exclude elements. My current favorite camera to travel with is a Canon A1. This happens to be the same camera model that I used when I was shooting negative film photos and slides in the 80s and 90s before I started using digital cameras. Canon A1 is light and compact. It has programmed shutter speed priority, aperture priority, and full manual exposure modes. For this trip, I brought a 35mm wide-angle lens and an 85mm telephoto lens because I want to travel light. I use my 35mm lens probably more than 80% of the time. For architecture, I would have liked to have a 28mm or even a 24mm wide-angle lens, but I can live with a 35mm as this is my favorite focal length for street photos and environmental portraits. Point of view. Determine the appropriate and unique camera angle to emphasize the subject and story. One of my wife's watercolor teachers taught her that it's important to explore, excavate, and emphasize. In order to emphasize the subject, it's important to find the right location and find a good and unique camera angle. I often get higher or get lower to find a good composition. I often point the camera up or down to emphasize the subject. In summary, master the 7 habits of highly effective architecture photographers. Architecture photography essentials include location. Select a location that will showcase architecture as a subject and tell a story. Time of day. Pick a good time of day for the right light to convey the desired story and mood. Lens choice. Choose the right lens to include and exclude elements. Point of view. Determine the appropriate and unique angle to emphasize the story and subject. Shooting architecture involved 3 things to shoot: elevations, converging lines, details. Do you have a favorite habit when you shoot architecture photos? Please put it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.